Hi, welcome. In this video, here once again, Christian's here with Hildegard helping out. And so today this is day 4 of Brody for service dog training. So we're going to do another close-in socialization exercise. And again, I encourage you to watch the other videos that I've been doing on this in terms of, again, Hildegard is here as a helper dog. She's had some reactivity issues in the past with other dogs. She's been doing great here, even since she's been here. You can watch the videos on that. But again, taking this opportunity, this is where again having the opportunity to actually work this type of exercise together. This is a great thing to be doing with dogs when it comes to socialization. So we bring Brody out and hear him kind of protest in the background a little bit as we go through this, because again, doing relationship change. So again, he's working through this as well as we do it. He's coming along great. So again, I'm gonna bring Brody out. We're gonna do another kind of close-in proximity exercise here for socialization. So I'm gonna grab him. So here, going to bring him out here. So same thing here. We're not going to do worry too much about kind of a pre-warm-up type of thing. We're going to work them together pretty quickly here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be going in the middle here, and then Christian, you can walk around and do your thing as I'm stationary. So whenever you want, you can kind of move in close whenever you get ready to do it. So as Christian's moving around here, I'm staying focused on Brody. This is the secret too, is not getting too focused on the other dog. My focus needs to be on what I'm doing with Brody, so kind of staying focused on his state of mind. So notice I'm tapping a little bit, and then it's just kind of peripherally. I know. So the whole thing, as you do this type of exercise, is both individuals should be always aware of the other person, where they're at. So for example, here the dogs are doing great, but if it so happened that, say, I was struggling with Brody and Brody was getting kind of pretty reactive, then the other person should be aware of that and not come in so close. So it's always about success. It's always about doing things that are helpful when you're doing this type of thing. So always keep that in mind when you're doing this type of exercise, that don't be doing things that's gonna cause problems. So because each person needs to kind of know if they're ready for the other dog to be in close or not. Okay, so just always be aware of that. So here we're getting in nice and close like this. I'm going to put Brody into a down. He's going down good here. So just putting him into a down position. You want to do the same thing with Hildegard. See if Hildegard will go into a down for you here. Yeah. Good. So both dogs into a down for a second. Just want them to. So even on the down position, those are still keeping, and they're touching right now. Still keeping some tension through the leash here. Baseline, as I refer to it, a baseline of intentional control. Just enough so that it helps to align their perceptions, right? To bring their focus onto Christian with Hildegard, Brody onto me, even as they're laying, because that's important. Okay, it's like saying, okay, you're both in downs, but we're in control. Relax. So that's the kind of messaging happening here. And over time, and this is the same thing as we do this exercise, paying attention to their body language. You'll see tension even through like their feet, and you'll see how their body, whether they're starting to take that breath and letting it go, whether they're kind of relaxing. Those are things that we want. Those are things that we're looking for as we do this exercise. And that's how you can kind of tell when dogs are starting to get better in terms of that issue with other dogs. That having this exposure like this is a great thing with this type of framework. Okay, so it's just like, and knowing when they're ready to do this. So both are doing fantastic. So do the sit, so whenever sit. So I'm saying sit here, I'm applying just enough tension. I want Brody's legs to move, okay? So when I'm applying, influence through the choke chain, it's just enough so that it's engaging the mind, okay? So that, the legs are moving. So it's not like trying just to bring her right up like that way in terms of putting too much pressure on him. Again, this time you can leave the stationary, and I'm going to come close here with Brody. So again, I encourage you to watch the videos from like yesterday and today. You're going to see improvement. You're going to see more agreeableness. I'm going to walk right around and come in really close here to Hildegard. All right, a little bit more pressure there, just to bring her eyes side. Yeah, there you see that. So right there. So that was a really good kind of illustration. So as I was walking around, see, Hildegard's eyes kind of shoot to the side, and that I call sketchiness. I'm not saying it's going to be sketchy here. She's doing really good, but just be aware. So when he applied a little bit more baseline, a little bit more pressure, her eyes shifted back towards him. Okay, so it's affecting the mind. So understand, it isn't about the leash pulling the leash in that direction to create it. You see here, and he's just using the flat collar. But again, there's enough control, that baseline's there, so that helps to communicate to Hildegard's, hey, yeah, Brody's coming right up the side, you're really close, you need to stay focused on me. I'm in control, right? This is the whole thing about, starting to overcome this issue. I do it one more time, I'm gonna walk around. And Brody's doing great too. Coming in really close. And so he right there increased the baseline just as we pass by. And did add it. Fantastic. Really, really good. So again, both dogs are doing great. This is a great opportunity. Christian being here is fantastic. Having Hildegard here too. So it helps both dogs. So doing really good. So.